Good morning and welcome to this week's somewhat windy vlog update. It's still a beautiful morning despite the breeze. Got some lovely sunlight streaming on me here, so I'm enjoying this, just sitting here. So I've got to focus. Focus, Jen. It's an update. Okay, so turns out that the vocal tracking last weekend didn't end up happening because Joel had to be out of town for a few days there, and then we were going to be recording on the day that his flight landed back in Melbourne, but due to flight issues and just scheduling and stuff, he wasn't going to be able to get back to the studio in time to do a vocal recording session. So a bit of a sad face there, but it's not a huge deal because we've already got the vocals for my first two, what I was planning as my first two releases anyway this year, Vibration Angle and Life's Hope Reveal, of course. So we've rescheduled to wait until this very large truck passes. Aforementioned truck has decided to just park right directly across to me, so I will continue recording, and if I am inaudible, I will just re-record at a different location. So anyway, yes, tracking last weekend didn't happen, but we've rescheduled to late November, which should be fine because they were going to be the vocals for my third and onward tracks anyway, which weren't going to be released until 2023. So all good there. However, there is a sort of general delay now at Joel's end in terms of his scheduling commitments and things, bit of a backlog arising. So he hasn't been able to get me the final mix for Vibration Angle yet. So a bit longer to wait on that, but I'm really, really, really hoping that, sometime within the next week, the final mix and the master for Vibration Angle will be ready to go. Fingers massively crossed. And in the meantime, of course, I still got those other songs to work on, as well as, I'm not sure I mentioned previously, but earlier this month, my singing teacher Emily actually asked me to consider doing some flute for a metal track that she's working on with one of her other students. So one of her students is a metal artist, and they've decided to work on a song together, and Em has invited me to contribute some flute for that, which is very exciting. Very, very cool. And I'm going to pause again because that truck is so rowdy. And we're back, and the truck is gone. Yay. So, yes, metal flute. That could be on the cards for me at some point in the near future. There is also a track that I would like to ask Ben to develop a backing track to do a semi-cover of. So this is a song by a band that I really enjoyed, and I would love to work on not rewriting it, but so it's a song about a conversation between two people, and obviously the original was written largely from the perspective of one person, and I would like to try my hand at rewriting bits of it so that it aligns from the other person's point of view. Apparently this is like a thing that I enjoy doing. I love these conversational tracks, as you could probably guess from the fact that I have been writing these duets with Ben, and they are largely conversation pieces. So I guess that's my obsession at the moment anyway. So what I'd love to do is send a link to that track to Ben and see if he would be up for developing a sort of similar sounding backing track that I could do. And then if I can get it polished sounding enough and cool enough, I might pitch it to that band, because I know one of the people in that band, and see if they might be open to me recording a semi-cover of that song. So that would be really cool if it ended up happening. But again, that would be a very nebulous sort of maybe fun to do thing that could happen someday. But I'm not holding my breath for it happening anytime soon. And then in the last ASC Sydney Circle Zoom, there was one person who sort of put an open invitation out to attendees, inviting anyone who might be interested in co-writing some stuff together to get in touch. So I've gotten in touch with him also. And he also is based in Melbourne, so it'd be really cool to actually work with another person based in Melbourne. Because Ben is based in Brisbane, and working via Zoom has obviously worked very well. But I feel like being able to interact face to face would really help the creation process along sometimes. So yeah, got some fun possible projects on the horizon, and of course I will continue preparing for the release of Vibration Angle when it ends up happening. I'm still aiming for Friday the 11th of September, just I suppose is a matter of how big of a window I'll have to promote it before then, really, because I am, as I kind of explored with Jess in my creativity and energy work session this week, I've got a lot of Saturnian energy. I'm a very Saturn kind of being, but also very Jupiter. So that means that I can be very stubborn and very sort of, no, it has to be this way. But I'm also very playful and anti-dogmatic. So, and apparently those kinds of energies are often in opposition in a person, but in me I feel like they're very well integrated, and they always have been. I love playing within the boundaries and seeing how far I can nudge them and push them and maybe muddy them, maybe combine them, and it's always been a joy in my life to make play out of structure. And I guess that's what music is all about, right? So it's no surprise that I've decided to explore music at this point. Anyway, enough woo-woo rambling from me. It's been fun as always, and I will hopefully see you next time. Crazy windy hair and all.